Ripple XRP ETF is just around the corner. This is the words of Ripple's executive, which literally announced just days ago the XRP ETF is being worked on and could be released any moment. Now, this isn't no shock, specifically as Vitality and many other financial institutions like Blackrock, Grayscale, JP Morgan have already filed for the Ripple XRP ETF. In fact, this XRP fund was created back in 2019, but only was actually released for the public by Vitality, the XRP ETF, back on January 7th, 2024. In fact, even Uphold's head of research believed that an XRP ETF would be launching soon to public, and with the XRP ETF looming around, a Ripple settlement only just confirms this even more. We're seeing the expansion and the ending of the Ripple ST lawsuit coinciding with the exact same time that financial institutions have officially announced that they will begin utilizing XRP and will submit for an XRP ETF application. This is not my words, but over 11 financial institutions beginning their application to submit for an XRP ETF. Reports of that being public has been released. And well, we're going to talk about all this in today's video, in addition to XRP breaking the market, being up over 3%, and just in the last couple hours, being up approximately double that, around 7%. We're also going to be doing a massive XRP giveaway. It's actually very easy to enter. All you're going to have to do is tap the like button, subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on, and share this video. We upload every single weekday, so stay tuned for that with your post notifications. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. If you're an XRP holder, there's a very high chance you will become a multi-millionaire. In fact, reports here have cited that all XRP holders will become millionaires if they hold long enough, and this is specifically as the XRP ledger spreads on to facilitate over $1 trillion within the DeFi space. And of course, with mass financial adoption of massive financial institutions, and we're not talking little banks, we're talking about central banks, central bank digital currencies, all ending up using the XRP ledger and the RippleNet system, which uses the XRP ledger. And of course, we're seeing that financial services all beginning to integrate XRP. It only makes sense that the XRP ledger will be forced to facilitate all of it. In fact, a leaked report actually revealed that Blackrock had to submit a draft application of an XRP ETF, which supposedly was submitted on 11/13/2023. This XRP draft application was actually sent in by, guess who? Blackrock advisors right here. And you can do your research. This is literally Blackrock. Now, I want to make you hear this clip right here, which I think is critical because it features, guess who? JP Morgan. In fact, let's just move back here really quickly, show you guys this. Omar Farouk, the CEO of JP Morgan, and of course the Chief Strategy Officer and Head of Global Policies of Circle. Now, why do I say this? Well, they're actually within and partnered with the Bank of International Settlement, which, as you guys know, is also partnered with Ripple Labs. In fact, the Bank of International Settlement has officially assigned Ripple Labs to facilitate the derivatives portion of all of their funds. And of course, while this hasn't yet taken place, it is expected to take place in the next short while. But listen in to what JP Morgan has to say about not just Ripple Labs, but even XRP. Let's roll the clip.
So with regard to interoperability, what challenges are there of digital money between tokenization platforms and traditional finance systems, and how can these be solved?
So I would take them a little bit differently, which I think, as you were going through, or Dante, whether you were talking about it, there's more than a dozen blockchains that USDC is available on. I think it's actually a common misconception by people who are not close enough to the ecosystem that they think that there's like one big thing out there, whether that's Ethereum or whatever. In reality, there's lots and lots of chains, and it's still unclear how many of them or which of them will actually emerge victorious. You could argue that Ethereum would be one of them because it's very big right now. That's why a lot of the project, including Enbridge, uses EVM compliant. We do EVM compliant stuff. But that doesn't mean it's going to win. I mean, there's them, there's Aptos, there's Solana, there's Polygon. You can just go on and on. And so there are proven technological means to make them interoperable. They're all ugly. Like every single one of them has friction in them. So I think actually, if you really want to do transactions across them, you have bridges, etc. And frankly, if you go back and read pretty much all the cyber incidents that have happened, attacks as well as compromises, they almost always happen at that seam when two systems are trying to talk to each other, because you create these very attackable sort of frontiers at that point. So I think that's one, which is just technologically there's ways, but nothing is perfect so far. The second thing is actually interoperability between that and the traditional financial system. That is a harder problem to solve. And for us, we run a blockchain infrastructure that, again, moves billions a day, but not trillions that we move in our regular infrastructure. And that talks to our traditional infrastructure, which is, core banking, our general ledgers and things of that nature. That is a tougher one to solve because most of these core infrastructures neither are performant at the same level that blockchain is in terms of, how much transaction you can push through and how quickly it happens and how settlements work. And also, most of them are not 24/7. So most of them have cutoff hours, and they might be 5 days or 6 days a week. And so, how do you actually make two things talk to each other when one of those things is off for a certain amount of time, but the other thing stays live? Is a real technological as well as legal problem to solve. Even something as simple as value dating, which again, people who want to get really tortured by banking can really read about and think about is, what happens on a Monday? Did the transaction happen on a Monday or a Sunday or in Singapore or in New York? I mean, all these things get very complicated. So I think, again, we will get there one day, but for now, these are mostly issues that are somewhat unresolved. So, we basically do it by making sure that the two layers are synchronized at some interval, that the total is always synchronized in real time between the two. But if you really think about, let's say JP Morgan and Bank of America both had the equivalent of, we had JPM coin and Bank of America had, Bank of America coin, I'm just making it up. To settle those two is actually a real complicated endeavor without having either a real-time ledger at the back, wholesale CBDC at the back, or a 24/7 RTGS system. So again, all of these things have to be resolved. Again, you heard that especially from the, from the Swiss National Bank. I mean, a lot of these things are being worked on, but these are tough problems to solve even within a commercial bank, let alone going to the central bank infrastructure.
Now, you guys heard him talk about Switzerland's bank, and guess who Switzerland's bank is actually using? Well, it's using Ripple-owned Medco, which actually uses the XRP ledger using the Ripple Labs system. So it's really Ripple Labs. The Swiss bank that he's referring to, the leading CEO of JP Morgan, is literally Ripple Labs in the XRP ledger. In fact, Switzerland selects Ripple-owned Medco to power digital asset operations, and it's really the settlement between bank-to-bank payments. So, of course, the same problem that JP Morgan is having, well, it's getting fixed using XRP and the XRP ledger, and JP Morgan clearly sees that. Now, as you guys heard me say, it's really not all about XRP, but rather the XRP ledger. In fact, the XRP ledger is supposed to handle $1 trillion volumes within the DeFi sector, but there's only one token on the XRP ledger that can even facilitate that, and that is the XRP CTF token. The CTF token is really, really important because with less than a quarter of XRP's market cap, it could surge easily from $87 to over $1,937. Now, why does this matter? Well, because it's the only token that can actually facilitate DeFi payments, and so it's going to have all the money really flow into it. And you only need about 10 or 20 billion market cap for this token that's worth literally less than $1 to go all the way into the thousands of dollars. In fact, even when you look at it on the XRP ledger, guys, it's been continuously in the green. And with very strong support right here and very little resistance, you could actually just do a one-up vertical and really hit into those hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. And it's consecutively in the green, even with it being listed on centralized exchanges or any mass marketing campaign. Like, this token is literally just continuously going up while it's very new. So when I think about it, just imagine once it gets listed, just imagine when you really get people to see this token, the hype, the pump that it's going to receive. If it went up, 10,000x just in the last couple of weeks, imagine what it could be with real news looking at it. 100,000x, if not more than that, which again would easily bring the value of CTF from what it currently has, which is less than $1, all the way into the thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. And I say this, guys, as somebody that actually invested in CTF, and I will continue to buy because I truly believe in it, and I will continue to see a massive breakout pattern. In fact, even multiple analysts like Jack the Rippler, which has over 200,000 followers, I'll show you guys him right now, literally said the same thing. With a $10 billion market cap for CTF token, it would get from 95 cents to 374. And because the top DeFi token, it will have to replace the dollar. Basically, all the money that will go into the XRP ledger will end up being facilitated by one token, and it is the DeFi token, which CTF is the only one available. Not only that, because it's very low supply, CTF token could easily have a supply shock, which would send it flying to new highs and higher numbers. He also emphasizes that he will continue to accumulate, it will continue to pack your bag, and the CTF token pumped from 30 cents to 95 cents in 8 weeks, and we're still dirt cheap. Now, of course, for convenience, I will go ahead and link them down below in the description, ctftoken.com. By the way, I will just add in that you can also generate passive income, which everybody that owns CTF is already generating passive income, because they recently implemented the crypto trading fund framework into it, making it so that any CTF token holder actually generates more passive income while they sleep. So it's literally making you money while you sleep. I tell you guys this because I can clearly vouch for it. I'm making money on the Polygon chain because it's generating me passive income, and of course, the more CTF token that you have, the more passive income that you generate. But yeah, guys, make sure you check it out. It's on the XRP ledger and the Polygon chain. Everything will be linked down below in the description. Now, with all that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget to tap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on all my social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Rumble. Again, guys, we are trying to get to new highs, breaking 50,000 followers on Twitter, 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. So just hit that subscribe button, tap the like button. I'll see you next time, and peace.